listen, y'all. I need everybody to listen real good. So it ain't gonna be no miscommunications and no religion, none of that stuff. If I happen to get in another relationship and it happen to be, and the person I deal with happen to be a religious person, the first thing we gonna do when we get together, that's why it's vitally important for people to start back communicating, at least on the phone, at least. Because you know what you can't get in text messaging? The rhythm of the heart. You can hear a person's rhythm in their heart by the way they talk. And I'm talking about without them being in their emotions. So that's that. I haven't quite figured out how to do it in text yet. I'm sure it's a way, but it's always a way. But I want to say this: we gonna merge right. First thing we're gonna do when we get together is that, not saying you don't talk to God, but I'm gonna take 42 hours and wake you up because I don't want no misunderstanding in the relationship. And when I finally done woke you up to the point where you can talk directly to God, to the source, I know I ain't gotta have no more problem with none of the human craziness that comes along in a lot of relationships and break a lot of good relationships up. It ain't gonna take me but 42 hours to wake you up. Especially most of the time, if it's a religious person, one thing about it, they almost woke. So it don't take much. And since I perfected my craft in waking up gangsters and thugs and pimps and prostitutes and drug dealers and drug addicts, I can say personally that I qualify easily to wake somebody that's almost woke up. So you just gotta think about it. If somebody knocked out sleep, it'd be a lot harder to wake that person up than it would be a person that done been asleep for 8 hours and they got one more hour to go. I mean, 7 hours and they ain't got but 1 hour to go. So that's that. Once I done woke you up, and I know, I'ma know, cause the gift, what I won't show y'all online, it ain't that I won't show it online. I won't show this because I ain't been signed with nothing. Ain't nobody giving me nothing. Everybody just stealing at the moment. So I'm not giving nothing. I ain't giving nothing of no more importance online like this. Now, when I finally get in a situation where it's no more talking, it's really action, then after I talk to my significant other, then I might let that person introduce it to the world and maybe even start a business and whatever she planning on doing. But my key to waking up people is damn near guaranteed. That's facts. The problem with this is that just as fast as it can create an angel, it can create a witch, warlock, and a demon. So, in my personal experience, it really ain't all the way good to wake up any and everybody. So that's when I started learning about the 1% and the higher up, and respecting and understanding their decision making when it comes to overpopulation, world events, all that, because you got to look at things from a higher scale before you actually take action on things. And to the young lady that's part of my soul tribe, that which I know you wasn't talking to me like that anyway, because your gift is about like my gift. Put it like this: I guarantee you, when you was younger, and you was trying to explain stuff with people, you would always get emotional. It'd always get into it. You wouldn't be, but that person would always get emotional, right? And misunderstand you. That's because the way we conceive, and the way we perceive, and the way we conclude things, and then and also receiving and giving it back to people, is is different from humans, and that's a way. That's another way that I know the difference between demon angels and humans. So, in other words, your topic will probably say more to me than what you're saying. Sometimes, very rare though. But in your case, it's different. I probably will have to hit a video. Your topics will trigger me, but your video will bring clarity to what triggered me. So that's when you gotta. That's when you got to listen harder and speak less, be slow to speak, so that you would truly fully get the understanding of the situation. That's why I always put that Domino movie up. Snoop Dogg made. I think that was the sweetest little game he could have put in something, a movie that was so simply made. But the the conclusion of it, the what he wanted everybody to perceive out of it, was outstanding. That just put Snoop Dogg on a whole nother pedestal with me again, because now the nigga ain't just dominating this music. He a part of the trick too. Dominating in music, dominating in show business. Obviously, dude's a high priest or something. Obviously, he's something. So I ain't. He's an emperor, definitely an emperor. Um, but to the young lady though, so and plus like I think me and you gonna wind up closer than expected anyway. So if that, I could be wrong, but if so, it's best we start trying to get this on the way now, which is good because this is me getting under my skin. So uh, this is what get my ass whooped by women a lot, because I do this in their face. I listen to what they got to say. I understand they understand it. For me, in the beginning of our relationships, I always ask a woman to tell me their dream, and I fulfill their dream. Then the relationship kind of smoothing out for at least 5 years. So uh, it could be longer if they were good women, but they were karmas, and that was my fault. Now, but this is pretty much it. I listen to what you got to say, and I'm gonna calmly answer what you had to say, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion on what you said, and that's when the problem always kick in, because it ain't about how I say it. It's always about what I said, and that's another human thing. Something I gotta always look over. But fortunately, if I get in a relationship, it'll be with another angel, so I ain't expecting you to be that low vibrational anyway. Uh, uh, but yeah, I wake people up. One of my gifts for a fact, I know what too, is that I know I can talk to God. And by saying I know I can talk to God, you pretty much can go ahead and wrap it up saying that I can talk to anybody dead. Okay? Now, I know who I'm talking to. I'm not I wanna just clear this up with the new group of energy that's finna come towards me. I wanna clear this up with all y'all. I ain't really talking to my tarot reader because y'all get it. But I'm talking to the world because I'm gonna be dealing with religion and everything else. I talk to God. I hear God. I know God. And like I said, if you come to me and you want me to talk to somebody, it's gonna have to go through the big guy first anyway, most of the time. And if it ain't them, it's my grandparents, and they ain't just as big as God, no, but they, you might as well say on the right hand of God, you might as well say. So that's that. And okay, now look at the string effect. The string effect all the way down to my grandparents being twin flame. Okay, boom, another string effect. Inheritance, if it's an inheritance. Inherited, boom, that's another one. Okay, boom. You see the string effect now? That means, okay, just take out, if you was to take out a bloodline, I'm just bringing all this together, y'all. If you was to take out a bloodline, and you know these to be facts right here, that twin flame, inheritance in the play, and all that, you must know that you might take out your own bloodline. Common sense? Or you talking about wealth exchange? I mean, revenue exchange and wealth exchange. You're not talking about no bag exchange. So that's over with. That's move out there. Move that out the way. All right, now back to what I was trying to explain. I'm gonna wake you up, and by me waking you up, that gift that you do got that I noticed that you have, it's gonna activate. It's gonna activate you. Some people got gifts of you. That gift is still ain't activated them, believe it or not. So it's gonna enhance a lot, at least 10% more than what it's already is. So uh, when you hit that degree, when I get you in that mode after 42 hours, trust me, you're gonna be more worried and concerned with yourself and your own energy, even though you got a lover beside you. That's how deep it's gonna be. But now that you can go to God and get on God's nerves for real, you gonna be there. Trust me, you gonna get on the nerve. But that's what I'm gonna do. Now, seeing that I'm a spiritualist and I got these medium type, I already told y'all how I do tarot. How would I do this if I got into a religion family and I'm a spiritualist? First and foremost, they must understand that I'm not gonna change my spirituality just to be in their family. I know I grew up in Christianity. I was enthralled in the Bible. So I want to become one of the best tools that God had in the Bible at a very young age. So I started searching for God diligently at a young age and went many years thinking I was talking to God and not knowing who I was talking to. And that's what put me in this sad situation because I got a lot of bad advice because I was vibrating on a low scale, which in turn means bad demons, bad people that done passed on, all that can manipulate my mind more than at the moment even the divine. Because why? I detached from the divine and went to the devil. So I had to reattach back to the divine to understand who I was dealing with. And in other words, I had to elevate my level. So, cause I see your gifts, I see what you got, and I already know you already do everything it takes. You already elevated up there to touching the static, and the static electric. So with that being said, all I gotta do is just give you this key, and that's what happened to that flame. I didn't know she was so reckless like that. I didn't know she had other motives. I wouldn't have never ever gave her such a gift if I knew that she was that kind of devious person. I felt honestly that's really why y'all thinking I ain't no going back. She my flame. She's part of the tree, and I just be there as a helping hand. I don't sleep with her. We ain't over here making love, making out, none of that. She ain't even coming in my house no more. So it ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It just got to do with when I see her, if I see her, we see each other. And we need something, we'll ask each other. If we got it, we'll give it. Say, hey, bye. Fight with each other, probably argue about 5-10 seconds, and I'm finna walk back home. So that's pretty much all that is. Like I said, y'all, it's a flank. She the opposite of me, and obviously the opposite of me will be terrible. So, cause I'm bad enough. Now, I can't judge her. I can't say that she's bad because she's my opposite. It just is what it is. A different level of vibration. She gonna be judged on that Libra scale according to that level of vibration, and I'm gonna be. I know for a fact if I go to the Libra scale on her level of vibration, I'm gonna fail because I was on a higher level of vibration, and it wasn't meant for her to bring me down to her vibration. It was meant for me to bring her up to my vibration. So with that being said, if I was to get into a relationship and this person got all the finest things of life and got what I need to survive in life, which I got my own shit as soon as they get my name back, but I'm just saying, and I had to merge with this person in this broken state. One thing I would want everybody to understand is that I'm never gonna leave spirituality. And if anything, I'm gonna advance your religious stuff. You're gonna be spiritual and religious if that's what you want to do. So that'll be that. So either way it go, you're gonna be getting upgrades, all around upgrades, just for being in my energy. Because we gonna have to upgrade each other in the first 2 weeks so that we can be on the same energy. That's how you comfort. That's how you secure a comfortable foundation. you know. So yeah, that's that. And once we got that, so the more God bring me and your energy together, the least I'm gonna show you how the energy work. Even though we know who doing it, how they doing, why they doing it, but let's look at the energy. Me personally, when people do a lot of switching up, and it's so huge till we feel like what God is, that is God. And he wanted to go that way. So let's say I'm bouncing off my tarot community because that's what we all do because we're a tree, and we taking advice from each other lectures and adding on to them. There's nothing wrong with that, y'all, because the energy is still the same. Like a lot of my tarot readers are still talking about this situation. When I get, and that's the beautiful thing about it. It didn't only find our family. We didn't only find out that we were family in this situation. But when I get out of this situation and elevate from this situation, automatically, whether we face to face or in contact or not, everybody gonna elevate in a better situation. That's part of my family tree. Because just like that engine out there running wild and rampant, that y'all be like, why you do this? Well, until the main to the manufacturing process is done on our ass, we all better do it. Because I know for a fact, if she ain't on that drug and she trying to heal, which is going to be a badass experience and feeling when it comes to low energy, I'm going to be like this in here, about dead, feeling dead, looking dead, until, unless they, until she get her life right, or my ancestors take all the parts off of her and put them on another high vibration than her and let her go ahead and eliminate herself. That's why I say, that's why they say only my brother Jesus can teach y'all this, bro. This shit deep, bro. I had a lot of near-death experiences, y'all. I went through a lot of night. I didn't even realize it myself. I still don't think I went through that much. I don't think my life was that hard, honestly. I just think I was done completely wrong. But I still don't really feel like I went through that much. I guess because I was born in chaos, though. That's why I always say that. Because maybe I don't understand. But, that's why I never consider myself a gangster in no kind of... I know I could do the job, of course. I'd be a great gangster. Thug, I done did it. I was awesome in the street. Better than I was at school. But but at the same time, I never had nobody love me and they didn't care for me and say, hey man, the better direction would be this way. I always thought you had to go through the Brat Pack. But anyway, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure cause once I connect you properly to God, that static electricity gonna automatically become telekinesis, all the clairs, all that with one another. That's the beauty in a twin relationship, soulmate relationship, or twin flame relationship. Y'all literally, just like I tell y'all the story about the monkeys in different countries, find out how to crack a coconut in one country and then they all start doing it. That's exactly how many you're gonna be doing. So that's why when you get with a soulmate or a twin flame, you automatically elevate in such a way money can't buy. It's priceless. So anyway, now back to what I was saying. So they already switching the energy up to where, shawty, all I see is you. So right then and there, that's God telling me in the energy that I'm gonna have to bounce off of you, and you need to be bouncing off of me, because obviously you are clear and you getting information. Cause there's been times you talked about your how let's say God said a man was going through something and it was dramatic, and you take it upon yourself to say that was my ex. It done been times you done said videos about uh confirmation that proclamation you've been getting from God and pertaining to your ex-lover. But actually, I know for a fact that my ex-lover is doing exactly that. So you see how they merging us together already. All right, so now I can't look at my tarot community at the moment because me and you going through this energy shift in the emerging and all that. So I still got work to do. You do too. And my tarot community was a big part of the work. But now that you involved, and see, me and yo, one of our biggest, if we did get together, me and your, one of our biggest goal to be accomplished, and it's coming up real soon, if that's what's going to happen, is the merging of spirituality and religion. Can you see it now? So now it's no longer, for me, now it's no longer clouded. Now it's no longer debris. Now it's no longer dust. You know what I'm saying? Now I can see clearer for the next mission. Okay, saw this mission. This mission should be a easy, because it should be just as easy as merging together. And for me personally, if it comes down to religion, honestly, I already know what the problem is, but I'm not gonna say because it's up to y'all to study yourselves and admit it yourselves. And most religious people don't know what I would say, but it's in the business realm though, and I don't have nothing to do with it because I'm not a religious. I'm a spiritualist. When it comes down to that, that's when you gotta have a title. So it's not right for me to just be the chosen one up there at this moment. But I'm pretty sure the chosen one in that situation will be someone that's still in the religion. And to activate your chosen ability, you would obviously have to uh, accept change and prepare for change and adjust to change when it comes down to elevating religion and spirituality. But so let's say, so now your energy is all on the computer. Like I can't just go to my normal setup. So for me, even though y'all probably know what's going on, for me it's God. And I talked to God about it last night, so I know this for a fact. And he was basically like bounce off of him. And that's what I did. So you go ask God now. I know you wasn't talking to me. But if you was talking to me, and I know you pretty much clear with God, go over there and ask God. Didn't he tell me that last night? We bouncing off each other. And that means we doing exactly the same thing me and my tarot community were doing to each other. You get what I'm saying? You say something, you got a word from God, right? I get a word from God. Somehow they getting closer and closer. That's the merge, okay? And now, just fuck. I ain't finna explain no more. Like I said, if we get together, you'll see. In 42 hours. Promise guaranteed. Who else can promise you? Who else in the world can promise you a direct connection to God? And I ain't even supposed to say it. God, please forgive me for saying it. But I know if you wind up being the next soulmate, if you wind up being the next lover of mine, then I always got to tell my lovers this stuff so they don't interfere in what me and God got going on. So I can at least have peace in the department when it comes down to me worshiping God. And if you want to argue about all of the other human stuff, then that's fine. Let's just make sure we don't blend the both. So, anyway, peace and love out there, y'all.